In this technological world, how do you find a needle in a marketing haystack? For starters, try asking Dan Sullivan. He is CEO and founder of Crowdly.com, and welcome to Language of Business.
Thanks for having me.
How does it work?
How we work is we work with those brands that have giant groups of people that love them, true passionate fans. But to your point, it is a haystack. There's millions of people. So we've got a lot of technology that helps find those true authentic people that really care most about a brand and can spread word of mouth in an authentic way.
Your technology is patented. Why and how?
So we've got a portfolio of about 11 different patents, really focusing on who are those key people, why do they talk, what makes them talk, what are their triggers, and understanding what gets them to take action. So there's a lot of technology, but it really boils down to those human instincts, the human factors of why people want to share the things they like with the people they know. And then how do you do that at scale using big technology?
Why would the brands use you as opposed to their in-house marketing departments?
We're not services, we're really a product. So we're a license that our brands use. Word of mouth has always mattered to brands. It's mattered for the last 400 years. Just with digital, there's a way to do it at scale, but it's about finding the right people, and they use our technology to find those people and get them to take action.
On your website, you often refer to P1s. What are those?
So P1 are the core 5 or 10% of any customer base that makes up 80% of the engagement, the advocacy, the buzz. Those folks are kind of an ozone layer around the ecosystem for that brand community that really spread that brand message.
And how are you defining success for your clients?
For brand marketers, a lot of them are going to measure it differently, but it's really around, are my marketing initiatives successful? Are people talking about me in a way that matters? I think in today's day and age, your brand is what happens when you leave the room. It's the conversations that happen when you're not there. And particularly with younger generations, millennials, the ability to get in front of people, they don't necessarily trust the message from the brand itself as much as what they hear from their friends. So I think gauging their marketing initiatives and the success based on their ability to drive that conversation in an effective way that changes people's minds.
When you refer to online, people often use the term advocate. Who are you advocating for?
I think for us, it's always, everybody's got a few things that they care about, right? And I think that's essential to our model. Is it's not, I'm going to find the everything advocate that can talk about lipstick and pickup trucks and vacation homes. These aren't these weird otherworldly people that just want to talk about everything. I think when people say, well, who are these people that want to talk about, this brand or that brand? And we say, well, what kind of car do you drive? What are your golf clubs? That everybody's got 2 or 3 things that they care and that they talk about. And that's really what we're looking for, is normal people that have that abnormal love for a few key things, finding those hand raisers and getting them to take action.
Where do you see the industry moving in the next 3 to 5 years?
I think what's changed about word of mouth is, even in the last 10, 15 years, is everybody's connected to everybody that they know in the world, and they create 15 times more content than they used to. Nobody's has a sandwich they like that they don't take a picture of and share, right? So I think the inevitability of broad word of mouth is coming. But I think what's really key and important is that focus on authenticity. And now we have celebrities, we have influencers. I think what's most effective, what really wins people's minds and hearts are the people that they really know. So that concept of kitchen table advocacy.
But if people have 15 times more content, is everyone else going to read it?
So not everybody, right? But I do think if I had to buy jet ski tomorrow, I know my friend that I'd ask, right? So finding those right people, getting those hand raisers, it's that circle of people that I trust. So I don't want to go find strangers on the internet and find their favorite sandwich, but my brother, my cousin, my co-founder, his is an opinion that I trust, and I want to hear more about what he has to say about the things that he likes.
And what is it about the kitchen table that makes it so authentic?
Well, I think when you look at what changes people's minds are the people they know, right? And that's why, from a platform basis, we focus more on Facebook and Instagram. When you think Twitter, there's a lot that goes on Twitter, but I think what sums it up well for us is that nobody says happy birthday on Twitter, right? Because these aren't people that know you in real life. And I think your opinion is changed by the people that stop and say happy birthday, by the people that you'd invite into your house, that you'd talk to across the kitchen table.
But are the people in your network the experts in the industry that can correctly predict if you're positioned right?
Our brands will work on their own marketing, but as far as spreading confidence, spreading values, particularly in a world where I think brands more than ever are driven by story, right? A brand has to mean something in a way that it didn't even 15 years ago, that we want them to stand for something. And I think that, as well as the effectiveness of their products, a brand can say whatever it wants about itself, and I'm not going to care. if they earn the trust and credibility of good people to say that for them, I think that's what really carries that marketing message out into the world.
Dan, thank you.
Thank you.
Dan Sullivan, CEO and founder of Crowdly.com.